So, we got something new today. I just got this in from Nabalis. It is their newest product in their lineup. So, let's get right into this. And remember, even the smallest person can change the course of the future. Sort of unboxing away! Ugh. Not really an unbox. Well, there's a box inside the bag. It's an unbagging and then an unboxing. So, tear into this bad boy. Alright. So, we got their Nabalis box. Just their typical little silver cardboard. Oh. I was gonna grab a knife, but why would I not use the unboxing sword? Try not to ruin this fucking little box. Alright. That was a struggle. Shing! Okay, so inside we got the little Nabalis pouch. I love these things. I use them a lot when I'm carrying one of my balisongs, actually. A couple Nabalis stickers. Little sticker action, always fun. It comes with, of course, the Nabalis pivot aligning T10 wrench, or T10 Torx bit, thread locker, and then I believe this is just a little thing of super lube. But, of course, we got the extra hardware. Always nice to have. I wish more companies sent out their stuff with extra hardware. Especially some of the nicer companies. If I'm already spending $600, $700, $800 on a knife, maybe throw in some extra hardware. But let's open this up. A little bit of packaging in there. Let's see here. Time for the big reveal. That is cool. Okay. So, as you could probably tell from the title, this is the new Nabalis Extrusion 2, the Impulse, which I did kind of impulse buy, so it's fitting. This is, it's not 6061 aluminum, it's 6063 aluminum, which I guess is ideal for the process of aluminum extrusion, which these handles, I believe, were not milled. You can see a little bit of pattern in there, and the grooves on the front. That's actually, they look really nice. But I believe these were not actually milled, they were extruded, which is a process of basically pushing aluminum through a die, and so it feeds out with this shape pre-formed. That's, I believe, why the price tag on this is so low. It's a lot less intensive of a process. But yeah, this was not 6061 aluminum, this is 6063 aluminum, so it is a little bit softer. It's not going to be quite as resilient as 6061. Right off the bat though, it's got a nice polished finish that actually provides a lot more grip than I would have expected. But I actually had a feeling it would be, from the pictures, I thought it would be kind of similar to the Shattered Concepts Ruined. And it is actually quite a bit different. It's a little bit shorter. The handles aren't as rounded as I thought they were going to be from looking at the pictures. It is grippier. That polished finish really does add a lot of grip versus bead blasted aluminum, which, I mean, this thing still feels great, don't get me wrong, but as a general rule, bead blasted aluminum is my least favorite handle finish. I know I'm not the only one who has said that, but let's give this thing maybe a little, one more look. I believe it's 440C stainless steel on the blade. And yeah, 6063 aluminum. It does run on bushings and Zen pins. I actually really like this blade, and yes, when I first saw this, it did remind me a lot of the Ruined trainer, but it does look really nice. It does have a very rough bite handle indicator there, so you're not gonna fuck it up. You can definitely feel when it's on there. I like how rounded off this is and how low profile that Zen nipple is. I'm not a big fan of super protruding Zen nipples. It always feels weird when I'm trying to do like rollovers and stuff. It feels like it wants to drag along my finger and slow down the rollover or something. And this does feel really good. Oh, and this jimping on here is extremely aggressive, really rough. Oh yeah, I am terrible at ladders, but it's not because of a lack of grip on this thing. That's for damn sure. Ugh. I guess we'll get a little sound test action in there. Actually sounds really nice. It's kind of chattery. That actually sounds really good. But, so I believe I paid $45 for this model with this finish. There were a few finishes for $40, and then the base model, which is just black handles and a silver blade, or just silver all the way through, is $35. That model does not come with the extra hardware, but that is an excellent price for anyone looking to get into the hobby. This might be one of the cheapest quality balisongs available right now. Let's give this thing a little bit of a flip. We'll see how it goes. Chaplin's great. It's pretty light. So these feel like Kiss Goodbye right here is feeling good. Chaplin's are nice. Aerials are alright. Getting better at the shortstop. Let's try this one. Whoop, nope. Give this one another shot. Yeah, kind of. It does actually feel really good. Fans feel nice. The handles are a little bit rounded. Not quite as rounded as the Ruined, but it does feel pretty dang good. It's got kind of a high-pitched sound to it in there. Might be a little bit of the blade ring from that trainer. But overall, this thing feels honestly way better than it should for $35. I mean, I know I paid, come on, why can't I get this? I know I paid a little bit more for this finish, but I am kind of judging this off of the $35 price tag. Because honestly, at that point, you're just paying more for a prettier knife. But yeah, overall, this thing feels really good. I'm not having trouble with fans. Whoop. Still getting better at that one. Let's try it again. But yeah, damn, this thing looks fantastic. I mean, I really do love this finish. I think it was worth the extra $10, but for someone just getting into the hobby for $35 for the base model, I think it flips better than the Canyon. Yeah, it flips better than the Canyon. It's not going to be nearly as durable as the Canyon, is my big problem. I kind of almost want to get one of the base models just to beat it and see how long it'll last, dropping it on concrete all the time and shit. We'll see. I might, just because they're $35, screw it. Be a nice little stress test to see how the 6063 aluminum performs compared to 6061 or 7075. Overall, this thing is feeling, I'm still not good at the chatter. This thing feels really nice. I'm honestly kind of blown away for that $35 price tag, how good this thing flips. Damn. Feels like Nabalis did it again. This might be my new #1 beginner balisong trainer recommendation. I mean, it's not going to be as durable as some of your other aluminum trainers. It'll probably, the tune will get beat out of it pretty quick. I mean, out of the box, this thing feels fantastic. There's no tap, barely any play. but I feel like a few good drops to this pivot area is really gonna do a number on the softer aluminum. I'm already not one to really trust aluminum handles. I like something a little more durable, but I mean, if I'm just gonna be flipping this over carpet, it's not really gonna matter anyway. Honestly, this thing is great for 35 bucks. I don't know if there's anything better on the market in that price range. So yeah, if you're looking for a beginner trainer or something to, even someone more intermediate level, this thing is great. Highly recommend it. If you're looking at getting into the hobby for a really good price tag, this is it. I'm thoroughly impressed, honestly. Give you one more, whoop, if I don't drop it first. One more little look at these colors. That ano is really pretty. I did the blue to pink fade. I know the other one in this price range is the gold to black fade with the black coating on the blade. But I wanted something blue and pink. I wanted a little pop of color. I like having, most of my titanium knives are just raw titanium, so when I get an aluminum trainer, it's fun to do something a little more colorful. But yeah, overall, I'm loving this thing so far. I will do a more in-depth kind of review at some point after I've had some time to play with this for a little bit and get a more accurate feel. But it does feel a little bit handle biased. A slight handle bias is what I would say, which is a great weight for, like, or not weight, but a great balance profile for beginners. I feel like a slight handle bias is a little easier to do things like rollovers and that kind of stuff. Sticks to your finger a little bit better. Overall, this thing looks great, feels great. It definitely has some drawbacks, namely the softer aluminum. I don't think it's going to handle drops very well, but shit, if you're just trying to get into the hobby, a jumping off point, and you want something just to get started and flip over your carpet, this thing is going to be perfect. That's all there really is to say. Take it easy. Keep on flipping.